Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Shanae and this is my last video in my kitchen tools and gadgets series, and I'm going to talk to you about my favorite, not essential but nice to have tools and pots and small appliances that I really enjoy having in my kitchen. They are very valuable to me, but they're absolutely not necessary to start cooking and baking. So I will dedicate separate video to just talk about those extras. If you haven't watched my previous videos in this series, I've talked about cooking essentials, baking essentials, my favorite small kitchen appliances, and I also shared my favorite meal prep containers. And today I'm going to share like some of the cooking tools, baking tools, and general kitchen things here. In no particular order, I'm going to talk to you about all the things, okay, here on the counter. I like this large steamer pot, partly because I like to cook beef dumplings in my steamer. So it has two racks and you can fit a lot of things here. You can steam vegetables, you can steam dumplings. I have really good beef dumpling recipe, by the way, on my website. Check it out. And I find this really, really handy. I'll set it. Okay, up next, a pie dish. I didn't include this in my baking essential, and it's because, you know, if you have a cake pan, you kind of can make a pie in a cake pan, and it's not essential, but I think it's really nice to have a good pie dish. And I like this deep pie dish. I don't know, it's from Baker's Advantage. I like this one. Two small appliances that I didn't include in my favorite small appliances video because these are not my favorite. That I use it all the time, but they're nice to have. Like I never regret like having these things. So the first thing is Waffle Maker. And this one is a small waffle maker. We don't make waffles as very often as pancakes and crepes, but it's so fun to have. Like every once in a while, when we want to have something fun to eat for breakfast, I whip it out, and it's really small and doesn't take up a lot of space, so that's why I love having this waffle maker. Toaster. I think it's really nice to have a toaster when you need quickly to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and whatnot. If you eat a lot of bread and toast, I think it's really, really convenient to have a toaster. It's not essential, and it's not necessarily my favorite appliance that I use all the time. Let's talk about little tools that I have here. Really convenient, saves a lot of time, I think, when you're cooking and baking. These tools are not essential, but really nice to have. First thing is this meat pounder. So I use it most often for preparing chicken breast, because chicken breast is not even cut of meat, and in order to cook it nice and evenly, you need to pound it into a nice flat even piece of meat, and meat pounder comes in really, really handy. Next, kitchen shears. I don't know why, but it took me a long time to get a good kitchen shears, but these are super sharp. It cuts the bones of the chicken like it's nothing. It's really convenient to have this kitchen shears like for lots of different work, but I mainly use this for spatchcocking chicken. Like spatchcocking means basically take out the backbone and flatten the whole chicken. So this is really nice to have. Lemon juicer. This is such a fun tool. My kids love it. They fight with me to use this, and I got it like less than a year ago, and I'm so glad I got it because it just makes the juicing a lemon really, really easy. Like before, I used to use bowl and fork method. You know, it works really beautifully, but it makes such a mess, and I like to use this lemon squeezer. Next is pizza cutter. If you love eating pizza, I find specifically this pizza cutter the most convenient. I've gone through a few different pizza cutters, and I find this one really heavy duty and really convenient to cut pizzas. This one is from Oxo. The next tool is hamburger press. I don't know about you, but I will make homemade hamburgers all the time at home, but it's really like difficult to form those patties because you have to have good size beef patty in order to fit it in on your buns perfectly. Like you have to make it bigger patty because when you cook it, it shrinks down, and if you like make a small patty, it will shrinks down and doesn't fit on your bun. It's just like too small for your bun, for example. So I know it's such a silly problems, but I find this burger press super convenient. It presses the burger really nicely. You don't have to handle too much raw meat too, and then you press it and it compacts it. Beautiful shape. I usually go make lots of hamburger patties at once, and then I freeze them for later use. So like really convenient. This one is really nice too because it has a couple different attachments that you can make like stuffed burger patties too. I have a few stuffed burger recipes on my Busy Cooks website, and this tool makes it really easy. Up next, okay, this is my favorite summer tool. It just comes in super handy. This is a cherry pitter. It makes the pitting cherries really super easy. Especially when you have kids, when you give them cherries, they're like, you don't want to give them with pits. So like I go through pit a lot of cherries during summer times and makes this super easy. And I also, fun fact, I buy a huge case of cherries during summertime. I pit them all and I freeze them in 4-cup bags so that I can make cherry pie all the time, like during the winter with summer cherries. So I have really good cherry pie recipe on my website, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. I think I'm gonna make a video for it too. It's really good. Okay, the next tool is this Immersion Blender. I love this Immersion Blender. It's not convenient. I just got it like less than a year ago, but I love it because when you're making soup, like puree soup, like butternut squash soup or tomato soup or any soup actually, if you want to just thicken it up, I love using this Immersion Blender. Also, I use it for making chocolate ganache. It emulsifies the mixture beautifully, and it's not essential, absolutely not essential, very like almost luxury item, but I love it. I highly recommend it too. And it's not very expensive. I swear it was less than 30 bucks. Now, last but not least, this metal skewers are super, super fun. Like, I highly recommend this metal skewers over bamboo skewers because you don't have to worry about soaking them, or you can fit a lot of meat on this. In summertime, I like to make shashlik, which is pork kebabs, and for grilling, it's really, really good. Also, my kids find meat skewers in general super fine, so I also use this for chicken skewers, and it works beautifully. You don't have to worry about soaking bamboo sticks, and you don't have to worry about running out of skewers and whatnot because these are reusable. You can just wash them and use them over and over again. All right, I think this is it, and if you have any questions about any of these tools, please drop me in the comments below. I would be happy to answer any of your questions. Also, I will link all these tools in the description below, and none of this sponsored, but I will be linking my affiliate link to Amazon, and when you buy through my links, I do get a little bit commission, but there's no cost for you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.